background checks include the ability to access public records, sex offender maps, or criminal history to assess if your date is safe to meet up with in real life. Listen, unironic. Listen, okay, I'm putting my foot down here for the future of the Western birth rate. Okay, I think it's
what? If we can check the sex offender registries, the birth rate's gonna go down? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Oh, fuck no. Yeah, we're watching this Vaush video. We're doing it. This is insane. Fuck off. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm actually fucking kind of pumped. I'm telling you, this guy's a piece of shit. He's the biggest piece of shit in the world. Dude. Oh man, what was it? I can't remember whose quote that was. It was some fucking random philosopher dude I was reading. But the quote is just, if the truth should kill them, let them die. And like, that's my vibe now. Yeah, okay. Well, you think somebody should just die and stuff and all this because the truth would kill them? Like, you gotta paint me a real good picture of a case that is like gonna convince me otherwise, because I'm kind of just for that. You say that to a single Destiny fan, they're gonna be like, okay, well, imagine a gay black person. Oh, so you think that if someone could be destroyed by the truth, then you should destroy them with the truth. Consider the possibility that a gay black person is walking down the street and cops are following behind. Like, okay, call the fuck. Every fucking time I said that, and I just already heard the comment section. Consider the possibility of a gay black person. Like, have you ever considered the possibility of a gay black person? Oh my god. All right, dude. We got a Vaush video coming up. Let's see this. Is that Kant? Kant said something cool? God damn it.
You see this T app thing? I love the Panopticon. T, an app that allows women to post pictures of men they're dating for feedback, is going viral. It's so over. It's so over, dude. Dating culture is so
Whoa. This is why are you reading Forbes? First off. T, an app that allows women to post pictures of men they're dating for feedback, is going viral. T is now the #1 lifestyle app in the App Store, with over 1 million women signing up over the past week. Marketed as an online dating safety app, T allows its users to post photos of men and ask others for tea. In other words, dirt or gossip on them. It's gained popularity on TikTok, particularly among Gen Zers. Launched by founder Sean Cook after he witnessed his mother get catfished online, T's aims are noble. The app included numerous positive reviews from women who have used it. However, experts point out numerous issues with T. Oh, you know Forbes. How many pedophiles Raw has Forbes had on the Forbes list? Do you know what I mean? Like, Diddy's been on the Forbes list. Forbes is a fucking publication for financial right-wingers that occasionally talks about it is. Reading Forbes is just like going to, like, I mean, you might as well just go to the New York Times opinion section. God damn. If it's anything that could benefit poors or disenfranchised people, Forbes is going to be there to give the unbiased take on it, which means they're going to go, I understand why you want it, but you should know that it's not in your real long-term interest to use it. Forbes people all sound like fucking Vaush when they talk. I was in journalism. I met so many people from like East Coast, West Coast journalism. I don't know anybody that knows anyone that writes for Forbes. That is a fact. I know people that have worked for fucking New York Times, stringers, international people, because of connections I've made and people that I've talked to. You know, I know guys that work for Reuters, financial, the whole fucking deal. That started. I have never met a fucking writer for Forbes. I don't know if they're real. Or if they just, like, they're churners, right? Like, they just sit in a fucking office and they do churn. They just write whatever the fucking thing is. They have a company policy on how to react to it, and then they churn. They write an article making that thing look not good. But like a leaving the office journalist for Forbes, Making me Mitch McConnell face that.
Yeah, classic example of women and men's spaces, right? Men are the ones who are supposed to be creepily taking photos of their dating partners and showing them to men online for validation. Come on. Marketed as an online dating safety app, T allows its users to post photos of men and ask others for tea, in other words, dirt or gossip on them. It's gaining popularity on TikTok, particularly among Gen Z users. Is this a straight dating app? I assume so, because it's women only and you post men, right? Can you imagine how...
So he's already been misled by the vibe here. It's not a dating app. You don't meet people on it. It is a whisper network app for you to post pictures of the person you're thinking about dating, i.e. like their Tinder profile pics that show up, right? And say, is this guy fucking creepy or not? Hey, what's the tea on this guy? Does anyone know this person? Because you're crowdsourcing information on a potential partner who you can't know that much about because the internet's such a fucking black box. Back in the day, you would know where somebody worked because you would probably see them going to work there, right? You'd go to church with or around them. Your family would know their family after some level of degrees. Like when I was in Cincinnati, it was very difficult to like date people that didn't know your family somehow. Even you wouldn't think it. You're like from 2 or 3 neighborhoods away. You're like, oh my God, you're his cousin? Like, yeah. Like, oh, I know that guy. And it works in every other direction too. Like people know your family, they know you, and it's like that. But you don't have that everywhere, especially when you're on the move, if you're living in a new city and all that sort of stuff. And women who are alone in unfamiliar places are at the highest likelihood for sexual and even violent fatal attacks, right? Because they are isolated and alone. So being able to say like, hey, we don't all have to go and fucking kiki and shit and hang out at the fucking bar and be best friends, but does anyone know this guy? This is the picture from his social media account and his dating account. They're the only pictures I have of him. I just want to know if he eats other humans and if he has a particular taste for women flesh. And then like some lady goes like, I don't want to break this to you. I know he's good looking. Beard? Yes. He has a lot of guns. And he will take you to his house and show you all his guns. And he has dogs that don't come to the door. They sit at the far end of the yard. And he asked if you want to go into the yard. I said no. And he was really upset about it. So I just went and said I forgot my purse. And he wasn't paying much attention to me. So he didn't realize I was holding it. And I just went to my car and left. And he called me a lot. And I changed my number. And he called a new number a few times. So I don't know. You know, it's up to you. And if you don't know any women, like, and you've never heard not necessarily my wife, but my wife's friends, like that are in their 30s and shit, and some of them are still dating, they come back with stories, and you're like, what in the fuck are you talking about? They're like, yeah, I gave him a second chance. Everyone goes like, but why? But why? Why would you do that? It sounds like you're risking being murdered. Like, people will go back. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, whoops.
Up it would be if there was a woman who was, God forbid, like hypothetically a bitch, and she went dating around, I don't know, Midtown, and
how many times did I say that word in this stream? And that's the only use of it I fucking recoiled from. I literally said, look, like I said, bitches talk. And I don't know, I don't even think I sound that much different than when he says it, but like, when I call her this, and I say it, God forbid, do not look at me, a bitch. Vaush over here doing the Dennis method, bro.
she racked up profiles on guys, and a year later, you find out that there's a profile of you on T being shown to you by your current girlfriend, and it's like, yeah, like when I first met you, I saw your photo here, and I was like, oh my God, you're like a rapist or something, and then you're like, what the
why would she date you? I saw you and I was like, Yeah, the app said you were a rapist, but I gave you a shot anyway. It's actually still a good end for you. Like, the guy still wins in Vaush's loss scenario. Like, she gave him... Maybe he fixes this, but ever since I had to pause there, I'm going to fucking die. What if you're dating someone, and after being involved in a relationship long enough that they're your literal girlfriend, she goes, oh yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this, but there's an app that called you a rapist. I ignored this completely, and now we're in a relationship. I gave you a chance anyway. It's like, it doesn't work. He said bitch with a hard R.
That's crazy. You can avoid this by simply being gay? Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're a good guy, the girls will be sharing you around to the other girls. No, because the problem is this kind of...
Also, you can. Which is like, Vaush's gay card is like flimsy. Because on what earth? You have to not know gay people. The thought that gay men aren't gossiping is crazy. All the lesbians in your neighborhood know each other. There's like they all know each other. They all know each other. The gay men are, your reputation precedes you. Do you know what I mean? Like, they are out and about. Like, there's shut-in gay people. There are, because they're shut-in everybody. But like, gay men are very, very much in the community. Like, even if they're not like super like out of like the closet and stuff, they are like getting in choirs and shit. They are doing like they're fucking gardening and stuff. They are outside chatting to people. Gay people are in everybody's business because it helps you not die. Knowing what's up and being in everybody's shit helps you figure out like, and yeah, I don't know if you know those new people on A Street, very religious, brought out a box out of their car that says murder all gay people. Oh, well, I'm glad I stopped by to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, gay people are like, they love it. It's called the T. It's the T app is like white women probably stealing from fucking gay guys again, stealing from the black community. You know what I mean? It's a whoop, 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 whoop. Black women, black men, gay men, gay white men, white women. It's those fit. That's the fucking the life cycle of a word, right? All the way down. It's like you can solve catty bitches by just being gay is fucking insane. Like, catty gossiping bitches solved. Just be gay. What kind of gays do you have in your life? Like, who are these people? Like, what, on what earth? It's not like I'm hyper tapped in, but I know a fuckload of gay people. A shitload of them. They've been big parts of my life at times, hanging out with them all the time. They knew everything about me because they would pump you for information constantly. They'd be like, oh my God, tell me more about that. Like, oh really? Yeah. Okay. What is that? Like, it's like, they're in your shit. They are nosy as fuck. And they tell everybody everything. Like your reputation will precede you if you are like connected to the gay community. And if you are dating in it, they're going to be all over it. Because it's survival and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know every gay person. Maybe there is a gay community out there in Washington or Vaush's Discord server where they don't gossip or share information about partners or pictures of their partners they're not supposed to be sharing. Those gay people, all kinds of people potentially exist. I don't know everybody. Like, God damn it.
The app is self-selecting. It's like Neighborhood, right? The only kinds of people who would use an app like this are drama-hungry pieces of shit, right? Like, people are not using apps like this for altruism. They're doing it because they're paranoid, antisocial, vindictive, looking to get back at people who they feel have wronged them, whether or not it's justified. Like, that's...
Oh, he's scared as shit. You're right. Chat, you were correct. If stuff like this would only makes me nervous to the extent that I would be horrified to find out that I had like bull in a china shopped one of my former partners and they were like hurt by it and I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I would want them to talk to me. Whatever I could fix it. Cause that would like hurt my feelings to know that I'd fucked and hurt their feelings. And like, do you know what I mean? Right. But like, I'm not like, I haven't done anything where I'm like gossipy bitches talking. Dude, just call them rats, bro. They run. This shit, trauma hungry piece of shit is crazy. The CIA gay knows everything. Yes. This is crazy. This is actually more suspicious than just leaked possible DMs between Vaush and a minor. What in the fuck? What a day.
It's literally called tea. Like it's marketed off this like dismissive slang term for gossip. It's not really about safety. How many?
That's a strange thing to say. Why are you talking about? Why are you talking about like? Why did you just talk? That's a it's this thing. Why did you just describe tea that way, gay person? It's just this term that means gossip. Like what? Most fucking straight spelunker. Or is this tourism? What was that? Sounded so weird.
It's literally called tea. Like it's marketed off this like dismissive slang term for gossip. It's not really about safety. How many downloads is
what's the truth? We're having tea, so what's the tea? What's the truth? What's going on? Tea is no good if it's wrong. Rumors and stuff are one thing, but like tea is like, what is going on that we can't talk about outside of a little tea table, right? You know, when you're having tea, because it works on a bunch of levels, and you have to like lean in because you're at a tiny little bistro table, and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I know, give me the tea, and then give me the tea while we have tea. That's the like tea spill. Yeah. That's what it is, because you can't go and put up your 3 billboards, you know what I mean, about this guy, because he might come by your house and murder you. Like, and if it's just gossip, you're like, oh, I don't want anyone to like get fucked up over this. I just heard, and you should watch out for thing. Like, being this afraid of tea is crazy. Like, what skeletons does he have? Because that's it. That it has to be fucked up. There is something gigantic waiting to come out, because that is nuts. No one would say this. Like, if you're not from culturally even around, like no one would say that. No one would risk sounding like that. Tea, yeah, tea is just a term that means gossip, but unserious. Like, did you just say you don't like tea? What? Why not? Is it about you? What the fuck? This is so weird. That, like, okay, I'm not going to keep going on, but like, goddamn. Mr. Horse Pedo, why are you sweating? Dude, he is sweated. This is shocked. Like, he is deeply upset by this. This is crazy.
To have? I'll leave you to figure it out with the clues available.
These are his tabs, by the way.
I don't know, y'all. This already exists in group chats. Yeah, but this isn't a group chat. This is an app designed specifically for that purpose. Like, it's probably locationally based, right? Like, if you live in a city, it's like, here's your area, here's the guys. People could be posting addresses there, man. phone numbers? That shit is crazy. It encourages really bad behavior. Powered by AI-driven safety tech. Yeah, of course, everything is. That's everything now, of course. Reverse image search, catch catfishers. Phone number lookup helps verify if someone has a hidden marriage or concerning history with their phone number. What does that mean? Background checks include the ability to access public records, sex offender maps, or criminal history to assess if your date is safe to meet up with in real life. Listen, unironic. Listen, I'm putting my foot down here for the future of the Western birth rate. Okay, I think it's
what? Oh. If we can check the sex offender registries, the birth rate's gonna go down? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck did he just say? How did you thought train that? How would you ever say that out loud? This will let you access publicly available information like arrest records and a sex offender registry. Look, this is gonna make birth rates plummet. I don't know. I have to rewind it. What the fuck? I can't fucking believe he said that. They could just check the sex offender registry before they meet a person for the first time. Like, that sounds like a good idea. What? Oh, this sheep pasture seems to have wolf repellent all over it. What kind of sheep pasture is this? What kind of sheep are you? I gotta rehear that. I might have heard that wrong.
Background checks include the ability to access public records, sex offender maps, or criminal history to assess if your date is safe to meet up with in real life. Listen, I'm putting my foot down here for the future of the Western birth rate, okay? I think it's normal to go on dates with people without running an extensive professional level background check on them first. In my opinion, I think that's crazy surveillance state shit, no matter how well-intentioned it might seem from the outside. And I know there are some instances where women would have benefited from this information. I'm not denying that at all. But as a rule, that...
There's some circumstances where women would benefit from being able to look up the sex offender registry and criminal history of a guy before they met him the first time. Vaush isn't worried about it. Oh my God, he's a rapist. Vaush is unironically pro-rape. That's not a leap. Vaush is unironically unsafe first dates that could lead to sexual assault. He just came out against women knowing if the person they're gonna meet for the first time is a rapist. Those are the situations he just hand-waved. Is being murdered or like locked in a basement for 10 years. Like that's happened a few times. That like some guy and maybe his like weird sister wife just like locked a woman in the basement and made her have kids for like 10 years. Like that's happened there's one of those that gets revealed every like 2 years now. That's what he just hand waved because he's like, I'm not worried about it. This dude's pro-rape. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to say that word. It's a gross word. I don't want to give anybody the heebs. But like, what else do you? He said the birth rates are going to go down because these women are afraid of being sexually assaulted. And if they get the ability to run a background check on someone to make sure that they're not like probably like a murderer or a rapist or someone that beats women, then the birth rates are going to go down. That's who the fuck says that? Who the fuck says that? Who in the fuck says that? I don't know what to say. I'm gonna play it again.
That's crazy. The hell are you? You're an ad. Fuck you. You're turning the dating market into LinkedIn. I mean, do you want the dating market to be LinkedIn? I've never seen a LinkedIn post that's made me feel...
First off, people are already dating on LinkedIn, and it's a massive issue. That's actually just a fact. Second, LinkedIn is an extension of Facebook. It looks almost exactly like the original The Facebook, and people use that for dating. They use the internet to date. This is the ability to, after you say I want to interview someone in person on LinkedIn, to go and double check to make sure that they're not gonna murder you. Because this guy is supposed to be like a leftist, right? Pro women. Like this is an easy win. Like if you get past the moment where they're gonna have a knee-jerk reaction to it, I guarantee you the vast majority of like Republicans even that might normally sound like fucking nuts about something are going to go like, oh, no, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, actually, that's actually okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so they just make sure that he's not like a pedophile. There's a website to let the women that are dating online know that the guy's not a pedophile. Well, I don't not want that to happen. You know? If they're going to public records too, that doesn't mean they're just making stuff up. They're sharing the public records. That's like a public record. You can just go and double check it because it's a public record. I got nobody. I'm running over the same point.
Loved. I don't know, man. Like, listen, I understand there are safety issues if you're a woman dating men, disproportionate. I get it. I've always been sympathetic.
I'm only 3.5 minutes in.
I guess to me, it's more like crime rate.
I'm sympathetic to the, you don't be sympathetic. It's a major issue. Murder and rape is like, you don't be sympathetic. You don't just be like, my heart bleed. Thoughts and prayers for all of those victims of domestic violence. Like, are we hand waving missing and murdered Indigenous women as a leftist? We're not even considering that is a thing. You know what I mean? Like, women don't want to meet with a guy for the first time and not be somewhat reassured that he's not going to try to drag her into a fucking dumpster. Like there was a dating game killer. Ronnie Akala, right? I think his name was. He was on the fucking dating game and won. And the woman that he beat out two guys who were already schlubs. And then the woman just vibes alone went like, I don't know, he's a little weird. And that was in the 1970s. Like, we're so bad about a society as outing guys who are clearly just, he'd been murdering bitches for like a fucking decade at that point too. And he just made it onto a dating game show. So if a guy could be on a dating game show because of the lack of awareness of violence against women and concern for solving those crimes, maybe women just join like, hey, a little due diligence. Can you just, I have kids. I'm 42. I'm getting back into the dating game because I got divorced. I just want to make sure I'm not meeting one of my husband's friends or a pedophile because I have 2 8-year-old kids at home, right? You know, like, on Vaush's side, it's like, what if people found out who a guy really was and how much damage that could do to him? And on the women's side, it is the most reasonable shit you've ever heard in your fucking life. Profoundly fucking reasonable. I would like, they're lying about him. Like, show me and then let's get past it. Because that didn't even come up in the article, the first one. Like, what, people could lie. But did they? Because it seems like what it said was public records. So those are like, that's not really a lie. That's a matter of public record. It's just like the opposite of what could even remotely be considered a lie. That's like, it's a matter of public record. This is so weird. I'm losing my mind.
Are down. Interpersonal and random crime, they're both down. Like, they're better now than they have been in the past. I don't think now is the right time to be introducing Palantir into the bedroom, you know? Like, this kind of social distrust increases the problems we're talking about. This is the problem with high trust societies. Everyone wants to be trusted. Nobody wants to trust. It works both ways. You want to be able to walk around, to explore abandoned construction sites, to walk through neighborhoods freely. You want to be able to jump fences that lead to nowhere. You want to be...
What the fuck is he fucking talking
Able to
about?
walk into cafes 2 minutes before they close and order a quick drink. You want to be able to use the restrooms in a public space without having to buy something first. You want a society where you feel like you're a welcome member. But oh, if you're on the other side, if you're the homeowner, if you're the cafe shop owner, people don't want that. You don't want to trust in the other direction.
We're not talking about somebody's house or their place of business. We're talking about a woman's life and personal bodily autonomy. We're getting right back to it because talking about construction sites and stuff. Are we just remember the black kid got fucking killed because he was jogging and walked into the house and fucking psychos drove by with a shotgun and shot him to death? Is that what we're trying to say? Imagine if you were a black jogger just trying to look into a construction site. This is the future we are asking for if women can just find out if the men that they might be dating are rapists. I wish I could live somewhere with my doors unlocked every night, but we'll never get there if women can just find out if behind my unlocked door I maybe beat a child to death 5 years ago. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Why he's freaked the fuck out? Vaush is unironically scared of this. The best advertisement for the T app is how fucking scared of it Vaush seems to be. Because he seems petrified of this. Like, please, ladies and gentlemen of the Tacoma, apparently, in greater Seattle areas, please let me know. Have you seen this man?
You know, this is the problem. Everyone wants to be trusted. Nobody wants to trust. I actually do like the trust. I think that for the most part, like, again, I'm not telling you to avoid obvious red flags. I'm just saying, like.
Also, before he said, like, interpersonal crimes are down. So, like, what are you bitches complaining about? Like, what does that mean?
As a general rule, if you're getting into a relationship, if you're interested in dating somebody, shouldn't trust kind of be like a little bit expected? I would feel like personally very slighted if I was dating someone and they were like, yeah, just running a background check. Like, just talk to me. And I would feel disgusting doing that to somebody else. I don't know.
Well, I don't think it's kind of a gossip thing. So I think they just check up. They're not going to tell you. But like, I think it's completely reasonable. Like, I would actually, I wouldn't be bothered by that at all. I would say if I was actually trying to impress the girl I was with, I mean, it might be an awkward thing for her to bring up, but if she's being honest with me and was just like, I just want you to know I used the T app to check in on you. And I looked you up a bunch, but like, I think my wife actually, when she was dating, she's like, you know, I scrolled your entire Instagram and stuff. Like we used to say that to each other back in like the mid 2010s, just to see what you're up to. And like, that's like some of the reason that it's there. So you can find out a little bit more about me. If someone wants to go deeper, like you should make sure that, you know, you're not a fucking murderer or something is fine. And like the reaction of a guy who's been caught with lolicon pornography and is directly connected to unironic pedophiles and is given pro-pedophilia positions being like, I would be personally offended if somebody looked into me before they came on a date with me is like God tier red flags. Like I want to take this. I keep thinking about this to really hammer home the point and just take, I have an idea for a segment called Vaush on the Road, where I just take Vaush clips on my phone and play them for people at like local places, right? Like ball games and shit. Be like, what do you think of this statement? This guy's reacting to a app where women can double check on the like legal status and sexual history of a guy and make sure he's not on like any sex offender registries and stuff before they date him. What do you think about an app like that? I've never considered using it, but I don't know. I guess probably women might need to know that. That's pretty crazy. What do you think about this guy's reaction to it? You just watch that like, fuck.
Oh, it's just people
We're
are
only
terrified
5
of other
minutes
people,
into
man.
this.
It's all Evangelion shit out there. It's all Hedgehog's dilemma, you know? Everyone's consumed too much true crime. Everyone's got their own little bubble, their own little niche, their cozy little nesting spot in life.
Y'all so concerned about
letting
these
other people
serial
breach
killers.
that. It terrifies them. So you get this Palantir shit, and that's great, am I cognizant? Somebody linked this, and this is basically like, this is the woman-coded version of this problem, and this is the man-coded version of this problem. Everything becoming Palantir. Introducing Waves, camera glasses for creators. I mean, they say it right here. Record in stealth, live stream all day. Pre-order now. That's great, dude. That's awesome.
That's also a little telling. Well, the guy version of this is just when I record without consent. No, it's not. It's non-consensually recording someone and also looking up, as opposed to looking up someone's publicly available information and asking for opinions on a guy, are completely different things. Those are... Actually, the guy with the secret recording glasses is one of the things the women would probably tell each other about. T-App. I was dating this guy, Chris Samra, and I found out halfway through my date, he'd been looking at my chest, and that was okay, because I did dress up, you know, like, to be looked at, and I didn't mind that. But I found out that while he was looking at my chest, his glasses record, and he didn't tell me about that. I found out about it from his Twitter, so there's probably a possibility he has a lot of, like, down shirt shots of me from his secret recording glasses, and you all should know about that. Do you see the difference? What? That's not even an unrealistic, remotely unrealistic statement I just made. I think that's actually probably most women's concern if they hear about the secret recording glasses. Like, oh, yeah, so guys are going to stare down my fucking shirt and then, like, take fucking pictures of my fucking tits and then go back home and jerk off to them or upload them or something. There's probably going to be a website which is going to be, like, top 20 cleavage shots or something within, like, fucking 5 days of these things being released. Yeah, if I fucking see a guy wearing those glasses, I'll tell y'all. Like, that's what the women want to do. He's concerned. He's like, this is just like when I secretly record titties. Someone could just say, I want to wear my glasses during sex so that I could see you and then record your naked body. It's the same thing as asking if I'm a pedophile. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on here?
This is a spot.
That's great. 10 seconds. Hidden cameras should be illegal when brought into a public space. This is absolutely terrible. Can Google try the same?
What? Can we rewind that? Rewind that clarification. That's an odd clarification that I have not watched this video yet. I am watching this for the first time. That was a weird thing to say. Vaush, can we put a weird thing to say on the board?
Reflect on the ramifications, you know? This should be illegal. Hidden cameras should be illegal when brought into a public space. This is absolutely terrible.
So are hidden cameras allowed in a private space? Hidden cameras shouldn't be... Hidden cameras aren't acceptable at all, in my opinion. You shouldn't have secret cameras. Vaush, do you have secret cameras in private places? Why did you say that? Hidden cameras should not be acceptable when brought into public places. So in your own private domicile, you know. Why, in my house, I could put video cameras wherever I wanted. I just want everyone else to know as well that women shouldn't be allowed to talk about anything they find out about me in secret on an app. I don't like the thought of people telling other people about what it's like to be remotely romantically entangled with me. Also, hidden cameras should be illegal in public spaces. What? Fucking goddamn it.
Google try the same thing? Yeah, it's just an improvement on the same technology, I assume. Remember when Google Glasses had this and someone got the shit beaten out of them because they thought they were recording them? No, but deserved. It's terrifying, man. You know, I saw a post on social media some time ago. It might have been years ago. I don't remember when, but it was somebody, there was a video, which must have been recorded on an actual film camera, of people dancing at a party in like the 90s, right? And people were popping the fuck off. People were really going, you know, I've been this, and in my experience, people nowadays, for the most part, don't pop off the way they used to. And the argument,
You don't go hard. I'll tell you that right now. You don't fucking go to parties, bro. Nobody, I guess, Vaush is, let me show you some videotapes. Can I show you some pictures? No one at this party is dancing. What the fuck?
posited by that post essentially was people are scared of being filmed being cringe. Everyone has a camera all the time now, and any moment can capture you.
Bro, that is so fun. I live in a neighborhood that is just like suburban fucking Lexington, and I can drive anywhere in the city, and like I have a 1 in 10 chance of seeing random people doing TikTok dances in public. Like there's no, people aren't turned down at all. Go to any place that plays music that sounds like this, dun, 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 dun. If it's got a beat remotely like that, you will see everybody turning it the fuck up. 90-year-old people fucking throwing them goddamn hips out. Going, like, people dance. What the fuck are you talking about? Probably no one wants to dance around you for some reason.
It sandblasts away your desire or your ability to act in like a, very authentic ways you think might compromise you. Yeah. Get it? You can record everything. And
Time of day.
I open up YouTube to look for a video on the T app, and what do I get? I get the continuation of what I was watching before stream started, a video by the lovely Renard Lowell, talking about home design. Like this guy. Feels like he repeats a lot of stuff in the video.
I know he's secretly watching me. You stupid motherfucker. What, you gonna fucking have somebody else fix your house for you?
But I think he's got a good handle on the topic. This is not, however, relevant to the segment.
Tonight on The Edge, we are spilling the tea on a new app aptly called Tea. It's where women only can post photos of men they're dating to summon input from other women.
All right, you guessed it. It's stirring up some major controversy. Fox News' Jessica Dupnick joins us live with the details. A piece, I should say, very appropriate for The Edge. What's going on here?
Bro, she stole a whole ass picnic tablecloth. Where'd you find that? That's a picnic tablecloth. I don't even see those anymore. They don't sell them.
Well, we all might learn something tonight, Ruben, Amy. So if you have TikTok in the last couple of days, you might have been scrolling through and seen something about this tea app.
Can I
if
find
you're like
that?
me, you're not really on TikTok. It's taking 20-year-old women, and it's creating kind of a frenzy. You're able to post men that you're dating to, elicit input from other women.
Yeah.
They kind of suck.
Gossip.
Look at.
You can't let your fear of the world like drag all of society into the lowest possible denominator. That's not good.
This thing.
You can't allow it of a. I'm gonna assume you're not a bot, but like you
To get
from
on.
YouTube chat. Oh God, we're still bashing women for trying to be safe. Birth rates.
Okay, this might make the fucking preview right here.
A waiting list to get
From
on.
YouTube chat. Oh God, we're still bashing women for trying to be safe. Birth rate's bad. Women stop protecting themselves. Disgusting. He's disgusting. Wow. Come on. I'm gonna assume you're not a bot, but like you can't engage with reality in that superficial of a. Would you have like protested against black women being allowed into women's gymnasiums after Jim Crow ended?
Hey! Did I fucking imagine a black person? Have you considered the possibility of a black person? I know I started this segment off with that. Did I not fucking say that was gonna happen? Hey, I don't know if you noticed this. When you criticize me, you could criticize every black person that's ever we got the fucking blacks mentioned! He's looking out for you. Thank God. Black people went through all that shit in those some odd 100 years. Get fucking shit kicked out of them, fighting every day for their rights. So that Vaush would have a way to offset the fact that he kind of just came out for rape. Thank God for black women going out there every day and doing what Vaush cannot do for himself. Be a good example of anything. What the fuck? I knew we were going to mention black people. Couldn't help it. He couldn't fucking help it. He couldn't. I fucking knew it. That is the darkest, no pun intended, fucking premonition I can have about any of these former DGG people. We're talking about sex assault. We are at some point going to... Is there a black person here? What if... And I want you to imagine this. A black person. Imagine I was black. It's Vaush too. So imagine I was a black woman. Imagine I was Wakanda Nita. A proud black woman that I made up. Because she is actually me. And that you had said that to her. Imagine how she would feel if you said that to her while being racist. Consider the possibility that your criticisms of my dismissal of women being terrified of being assaulted in a world where that happens all the time. Imagine if you had said instead some racist shit to a black woman. This is the same fucking thing. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
You gotta not. You can't let your fear of the world like drag all of society into the lowest possible denominator. You know, that's not good.
This thing.
I thought you were gonna find a fork in the kitchen, Tyler.
Submit a picture of your face with an ID to prove that you are a girl, because no guys are allowed in the apps.
Emily, anonymous here and on the app, admittedly embarrassed, saying she's a frequent user. You can post photos of who you're dating to gauge other women's experiences with these men, so-called red and green flags. The reviews are rarely positive.
So it's kind of crazy. Like, both sides of the spectrum is really dictating my dating life now.
Emily says the T app seems to be particularly popular in Middle Eastern communities, especially Dearborn.
Oh, Dearborn men, how the T app has gotten under your skin.
That's interesting. I wonder why that is.
All these guys are talking to, they're all like getting nervous, they're all freaking out, making TikToks about it.
It offers other services like background checks and catfish verification.
They're trying to find...
Oh, so what he misunderstood is he said he thinks that they're attacking Muslim men specifically. No, it's in the Muslim community in Dearborn, Michigan, which has a large Muslim community. I know this because it's a voting demographic thing because of all of the people that are there. In that community, it's taking off because it's helping Muslim women who are in the Muslim community avoid the few probably shitty Muslim men who are trying to be misogynists and womanize. Womanizers victimize a shitload of women. One guy can irritate or hurt even dozens of women. Serial killers do this. It's called serial killing. It is not Muslim men are bad men. It's actually a weird thing to suspect. That's actually like a white supremacist immediacy kind of in your mind. It's that in the Muslim community, which is insular and probably fairly tight-knit, and you would be, if you're a Muslim woman and you're practicing, you're going to be looking for a Muslim man to date, it's probably, they might even say this in the video, probably going to help you avoid shitty Muslim men. So you can find the good ones because you want to date a good Muslim man because you're in the Muslim community. You want a good guy. There's just one or two shitty ones irritating the fuck out of dozens of women. That's the point of the app. That there's predators and womanizers and guys that just suck. And then there's good guys out there too. The guys who are pieces of shit are going to get more and more and more and more and more and more noticed. And it's going to make life hard for them to be shitty. What the app is doing is protecting Muslim women because it would protect any woman who is trying to not get victimized by a man in their community. If it is a community of black people, it's going to help black women. If it's a community of mixed race individuals, it's going to help mixed race women. If it's any of those demographics, women are women and men are men, kind of universally through society. They're different in their specific ways, but there's a specific type of continental concern with women, and that's being beaten, raped, murdered by men. There's stories about it. There's pictures, pottery, because there's guys that fly off the handle and hurt women. And there's guys whose only enjoyment in life is from hurting women. And they just want, there's men who hate women. And the women want to identify them so they can avoid them. It crosses color boundaries and creed boundaries. It is for women. It doesn't matter what the men are. It's for those women. If it's in the Muslim community, it's for Muslim women to double check on the Muslim men that they're dating to find a good Muslim man to date. They want to find a good guy in their religion. Oh my God.
Some type of way to up your reputation so bad.
I can see some areas where this could cause people some big problems.
Attorney William Barnwell says it's possible men getting posted have civil legal recourse. If the posts are affecting their work, family life, or reputation, defamation might apply.
Truth is an absolute defense to a defamation claim. So you can't just sue somebody because your feelings got hurt.
On the criminal side, there could be
That's the best part. Truth isn't, I told you that was going to happen. Truth is an absolute defense to a defamation claim. So otherwise it doesn't matter. So like, don't lie, because if you lie and do harm and it's actionable and all these other things, then they might be able to sort of kind of maybe take you to court. More than likely they'll get you to just stop talking about them for a bit. But if it's true, there's actually literally no legal recourse. As a matter of fact, truth is an absolute defense to libel. And it always has been. So the fact that the guy has to say, now, just because bitches be hurting your feelings on the app doesn't mean that you have a fucking legal right to remedy, is pretty telling. I've gotten a lot of calls. I had to tell every single one of these guys that if it's true, they can't do anything. And these conversations were probably some of the darkest conversations he's ever had. I don't know if I've probably told this story on stream a bunch of times. I was covering a DV case that was unrelated to the person that called me. And it was, we'll just say, it was one of the medium bad ones where the guy burned down, he blocked the doors to the house and then set it on fire. It was 2 stories with his family inside of it. He wasn't living there at the time. He came to the house against a restraining order and set it on fire where the family was sleeping on the 2nd floor. And I think he shot at the house while they were trying to escape. No one died or was actually injured somehow, but he got arrested and it was a DV thing. And I think he lost permanent custody of his kids. Now, I wrote all of that. The most important facts to me, I think, and they should be the most important facts to you, are the guy set the house on fire with his ex and their fucking children inside the house. And then he shot at the house while they were trying to escape. I might be mixing up 2 stories, but these happened. I saw him in the court. He was, I didn't mean it. I'd never do anything like that. He was doing one of those, right? I didn't give a fuck. I'm not gonna write any of that shit. I don't give a fuck how bad you feel about it. You set the fucking house off. If that was my kin, as we do say in these parts, I would fucking I would have killed you. You'd be up in them fucking hills, rotting up in a fucking goddamn holler, boy. Like, you'd be done. I get called. This is a DV court. And this was actually, I think, like, DV court's doing a good job of, like, dealing with these and fixing a bunch of these issues. Because, like, these guys go to jail, but then they still have, like, custody of their kids. It's like, well, we got to fix that because he did try to burn the kids. So he probably shouldn't have custody of the kids anymore. Do you know? Because if you try to burn your children to death, more than likely you shouldn't have them. That's my opinion. I'd go to bat for that. And by go to bat, I mean the one that I own. And then I would use it to turn your fucking head into a goddamn ashtray. But I get called by someone unrelated to the case. Just a guy. And he says, hey, I saw that you wrote about domestic violence. And I just want you to know that, like, just because, like, some of these guys that go through are not bad guys, doesn't mean that everyone that goes through DV court is bad. I was like, okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, some of these guys deserve sympathy. And I was like, I don't really care about that. I'm just for the fact. Oh, you don't fucking care. Lost his mind. This actually might have been an email exchange. Screaming. Multiple messages. I stopped responding to this person. Like, it was like a hang up or a fucking email, like, whatever. You know, it's not. Lost his fucking mind. You're fuck. Oh my God, you're gonna fuck rip families apart. These people are fucking garbage. Understand that. And no one, you think people do. Everybody thinks that they're fucking fistful of dollars, dirty Harry. If I fucking found out DV was happening, I never. All these dudes take the side of the guy. Like crazy. Like crazy. In the comments, I don't know if he should have lost his kids. Guys can change. He set the fucking house on fire with the kids inside. Like, That's what these people are like. And guys take their side. It's nuts. It fucked me up permanently on this shit. I was like, I was not as hardline as I am against DV, and I thought I was a hardliner against DV until I went to a domestic violence court and went, oh no, I'll side with the lady instantly. Because how in the fuck, the occasional one, when the ladies are crazy, they're obviously the bad guys too. It's never not clear. I swear to God. Maybe some of them, maybe there's like, dad cheated, mom fucked the pool boy thing, but that's not like DV court. That's divorce court. DV is domestic violence. And that's what these women are trying to avoid. Because guys that commit domestic violence will be nice as fuck. They cry, alligator tears all day. I wouldn't do anything to make her go away. She's my life. She's my light. I got her tattooed on me. All I think about is her night and day. I just want her back. And then the second, you get her back, it's actually fine. Honeymoon. 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. Up and down the fucking kitchen again. And women want to avoid this. It's a fucking trap. Anybody who thinks they have a fucking grain of understanding of women's issues at all, that here, like, you can't have this outlook. I know I'm fucking going off, like, crash out Tyler, but like, this is so weird for him to say. This is because I know I say Vaush isn't a leftist, and he's not, but he portrays himself as one, and this is abuser speak. This is pro-abuse talking points. He is coming out on behalf of abusers. He's saying seal DV records. There's guys that say that. I want my DV records sealed. I don't want people to be able to look up the fact that I beat my wife so bad I broke the fucking bone over her eye. There's guys, I want my records sealed. I don't want people to know that I fucking put a hose on the back of my fucking car and threw it into my fucking kid's room so that they would all suffocate and we could all go to heaven together. But I want that expunged. I want that covered up. I fucking ripped all of my girlfriend's hair out over the course of 3 months, and most of it won't ever grow back, and I didn't let her leave the house for those 3 months while I did methamphetamine and beat the shit out of her. I want that expunged. I want that hidden. And guys will fight tooth and fucking nail for those dudes' rights. Because I think a lot of guys did something horrible. Right? And like, they're going to be in this, they'll be in the comment section of this video. If it comes out as a video, if it comes out as, and they find it, they'll be here. And they go, what if it happened to you? Burn me alive. If I fucking hurt a woman, if I hurt anybody like that for no good fucking reason, like, those people don't deserve to live. DV people are evil like you wouldn't believe. You have to, there is no fucking pick me energy here. There's no pick me to be against domestic violence. You got to get, when people say that, I envision killing the person saying it to me, because I feel like you're probably one of them and you got to go too. You probably got to fucking, you probably like to lay into ladies. You like to fucking hit kids. And no, don't say that shit to me. We'll be in the street. I'll be 50 getting my ass kicked. I don't give a shit. I'm going to get back up and I'm going to fucking brick you in the back of the head. You got to get got. DV motherfuckers, no. And that's what this is. This is pro that. Domestic violence is first date violence. That's domestic violence. Second date violence. Women being fucking lured in. Presents, kisses, hugs. I didn't mean to hit you. I'm so sorry. Just like, I've never done that before. I didn't mean to hit you. I've never done that before. 3-4 weeks down the line, another time, like, why do you do these things that make me do this to you? And that's what it looks like. And the people that enable it act the way that Vaush is doing it. This isn't me just trying to own this guy. I don't want anyone like Vaush to exist. I would say this about everybody. This is a bugbear issue for me. Okay, I feel like it's the most normal thing in the world. You don't defend anything that would put people at that kind of risk. And if you know anything about women, they're just, I am 6'4". I'm 270 pounds. My wife, it literally weighs less than half of what I do and is a full foot shorter than me. That size difference is like unscalable. You can't bypass it unless you're like an Olympic level Brazilian jiu-jitsu person, and you still have to get lucky. Like, size matters, especially between people. And guys tend to be bigger. You're just not at risk. Gay men are, and you should be very aware of these things because gay men can get into violent relationships, and lesbians as well. I'm sorry for leaving anyone out, and trans people. But people in non-standard relationships can get into violent relationships as well, and it can look different because of the size equality. And a lot of the same mental and spiritual issues, that go into creating a cycle of abuse happen there as well. But the worst thing that you can do to enable abusers is enable them by saying women, like you're pre-crazy making women. Like I have to hammer that home. He's saying that women, jokes aside, he is saying that women are acting like a fucking government face surveillance agency for trying to prevent themselves from falling into a domestic violence situation, from trying to prevent themselves from falling into any violent situation off rip, because they're sharing public information about men who they have not met in person yet, or have met not much, or maybe they do. It doesn't matter. I don't care if my fucking wife looked me up on T now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should know these things about your partner, and men will lie, and women will lie too. But the man's lie can hide John Wayne Gacy. The man's lie can hide a Ted Bundy. Do you know what I mean? Serial killers, people who murder and eat women. That's where those lies go. What's the worst the woman can do? Like, there's domestic violence from women to men, yes, but like in the immediacy of a first date, god damn. And honestly, if the guys want to use it too and be like, hey, I want to find out more about this girl. Does anybody know about her? Is she fucking insane? I would say that's fine too. It's okay to double check on your partner. It's not like, hey, fuck this ugly bitch, blah, 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 she doesn't put out. That's not what people are doing. No one's going to build a community off of that. And people already do that shit on Facebook and stuff anyway. This is women trying to fucking keep themselves from getting fucking put into a goddamn suitcase on the side of the highway. I really have to hammer home that this is actually dangerous, and it's kind of past, haha, funny, Vaush, fucking naked, you're a piece of shit, to like, Vaush is actively stumping for domestic abuse situations to begin, and also to be covered up and prevented from being shared. Like, that's not good.
As for electronic harassment or even stalking.
You can be saying something that is true, but it's being used in a way to constantly harass somebody, cyber harassment. There are laws that cover that.
He suggests to the ladies proceed with caution.
In people's outrage to want to out these...
But realistically, how many people are actually going to pursue civil lawsuits over anything that happens here? Like, you feel like somebody's being defamatory, you're going to take them to court and argue the merits of your character. Very scary. Very, very, very scary. Scary, scary stuff, man. I'm so glad that I at least finished high school without modern tech culture getting in the way. By the time I graduated college, it was pretty well in order. But when
his concern is that these men won't have recourse. Do you know why they won't have recourse? Well, first off, you can't argue your character in court. You can argue facts. If someone lies about you, the lie is a fact. You said a misstatement, right? You can ask people to correct it. You could have somebody put up a post and say, I lied about this guy, he doesn't do that. There is recourse. And here's the thing. Lying is not covered. Truth is the absolute defense. If you feel that guys won't have a recourse because women are telling the truth about them, you either weren't paying enough attention to this because it scared you, which is already not good. That's bad. Or you do understand the realities of this and you're against women being able to tell the truth about men before they date them. And to a greater extent, I'm going to say that there's going to be apps like this for anybody in any dating situation. This one seems to be, I keep deferring to, cis hetero straight relationships, but like, there's no reason for this not to exist for lesbians. There's a bad DV issue with the lesbian community. Not like it's like so much worse than everything else, but it's because of stuff like this. There's possessive people and there's just a smaller concentrated amount of individuals, and you can get fucked up in that. And people don't give a fuck about lesbians because they think that they're tough looking and they can take care of themselves, and they don't get treated like other femmes when it comes to DV issues. And that's a fucking problem as well. And gay men appear there, the way that DV looks and the way that violence against people, sexual violence people looks, changes when you stop saying cis and hetero and you start saying trans and hetero, or you start saying fucking cis and homosexual or cis and non-standard or whatever you want, then like that, the way that the violence presents itself and the way that the evidence presents itself and the way that you prevent it can change subtly. And those different communities might need a slightly different program. They might not be using T. They might be using something slightly different. But like, it's overall a good to be able to do a background check on someone who could kill you. Do you know what I mean? Because you can only ask people so much. We had the Craigslist killer. Do you guys remember when Craigslist personal ads and the guy was going around and meeting women on personals and then murdering them? We had that already. It's not the crazy imagination of someone like, oh, I wonder if that's possible. We already had that. We already had that. Uber drivers can not give you a fucking Uber lift. They're like a taxi service with an app. They can choose to not give you a fucking a ride because you have bad references. Oh, if it's after 10, that person gets drunk as shit and pukes. Don't give them a ride if it's after 10. And that helps them make informed decisions. We are talking literally about informed consent. That's what the informed is. How many times have you heard somebody, if I would have known this about him, I never would have given him a chance. I never would. This is to know about him. This is finding out. Forewarned is forearmed. This is fine. It's not even an invasion of privacy because none of these things are private matters. They are personal reflections from private individuals about someone they knew that they are choosing to share, which is a matter of public opinion. They are sharing their opinion publicly, so that's not an invasion of privacy at all. As long as they're not sharing something like a one-party consent video or something like that, which is, criminal in certain respects. And if it's public records, that's also not an invasion of privacy. That's kind of why they're called fucking public records, right? So you're basically saying like you're coming out against women being able to use their First Amendment right to have conversations about men that they were with and give their impressions on these men. And for women, especially, I really want to hammer it home, just for women in general, to be able to go access publicly available information about the criminal and sexual history of men who may have fucking done criminal and sexual acts against women like them and are luring them into some sort of dog shit relationship. And here's the thing. They could still choose to do it. Like the thing I said before, like, there's a girl that called you a rapist and you find out about it a year ago. Like, oh my God, I can't believe someone said that. But she still chose to date you. Like, women can still weigh the opinions of the other women. They're not like fucking sheep that get swayed left and right. Like, oh my God, Sandra, who I've never met before, said he's a bad guy now. There it goes. Like, they can still make their own decision. Women can still make stupid fucking decisions. They do it all the time. So women are like, I don't know, he seems like a piece of shit, but I'm going to make him my piece of shit, and we're going to be fucking miserable together. Okay. Good luck, Deborah. Have whatever amounts to fun for you. But goddamn.
Entered high school, I had a clamshell phone. I mean, it wasn't as integrated back then, A video about men's reaction to the T app by the creator I referenced. 20 minutes. Well,
What are we saying? How does one disprove or prove something subjective to start with? Oh, you don't. Opinion is covered. Done. That's it. If someone's opinion of you is given, their opinion is free speech. You can have an opinion of somebody. If they say because this thing, if it's like when I was like, I think that fucking a bunch of these people in the commentary community act like pedophiles. That's my opinion. It's based on facts that I've gathered. If they're mad about it and they want to take me to court, it'll be on them to pay for the fucking attorney's fees when they lose, because that's my fucking opinion. And it's based on the reality of the situation. If you date a guy and you're like, he's a piece of shit, I don't fucking like him, that's my opinion. That's it. If you make up to say anything other than your opinion, you have to say facts. He did a thing. He did this thing. Otherwise, women people in general aren't stupid enough to just go like, oh, well, you never said any facts about it at all. Like, you just don't like him. Like, okay, yeah, well, I don't know. Then it's just vibes. That's subjective. It's an opinion. It's a rating, right? It's a review. Otherwise, you'd be able to sue Yelp for Yelp going like, people getting on there and be like, the soup is not good. I don't like it. I don't like when gazpacho is cold. Like, okay, that's dumb as fuck, but it's your opinion.
Oh, we'll see a second.
Well, basically,
What's
my
up?
friend downloads the T app, and I have no idea how he got accepted. But anyways, he faked it somehow. And then we just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I see my face on there. And me and him are like...
That's why I said, that T-App is going to unlock something so treacherous that these women is not going to be able to bear.
What is that? We are the victims of blatant disrespect.
I don't know if I can learn anything from this video. The way the video is structured makes me feel like I'm not going to learn anything from it.
That's like the 3 dudes that showed up, all a bunch of goddamn DJ Academics knockoffs. What the fuck? The one guy's fucking subtitle said 35 women found out that they all got HIV from one guy. I think that's good information. Like, fuck, you can't undo the HIV. If you would have found out that the guy was HIV positive ahead of time, you might have been able to avoid that. Fucking background reporting is a good idea.
At people, it might be better sometimes just to walk away.
So we wanted to talk to the people that run this app. I reached out a couple of times in the last few days and no one has responded. Now, we did ask the attorney William there if maybe the app could be liable if these men try to take some sort of legal recourse. And the short answer is he didn't know. This is really uncharted territories.
This is a TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
Oh shit, man, they got me on the T-App. Dean went back and forth since March.
I'll tell you right now, that guy, I think, was fishing for clients, and even he has to say, no. I'll tell you right now, the likelihood of you winning a fucking lawsuit for libel or defamation is low. The lawyers will tell you that. The lawyers that are in libel and defamation, even that guy was saying it. Because truth is an absolute defense, and you also have to prove a series of other things. It has to be false and provably false. It has to be a negatable thing, right? Like, if I just say, like, Gordon Ramsay's a dog shit cook. He's like one of the worst fucking cooks in America. I fucking hate his food. His food tastes like shit. That could be literally wrong, but it's not provably wrong. It's not a negatable fact. That's still my opinion. And I can say it as much as I want. That's how opinions work. So anything that's like that, you can't do shit about it. You can't do a fucking thing. You could try, and you can scare people and maybe, like, you know, try to slap suit them down, but no. You have to say a fact that is provably wrong and that you know is wrong. You have to prove that they knew it too, because mistakes are covered. Mistaken language is covered. Like, that's the guy that crashed that fucking bus. Like, I wouldn't get on a bus with that guy. He crashed that bus on Tuesday. And then he sues you, and then when you go there, like, he's not the guy, and, like, I only said it one time. Like, no, that was the other dude. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. That is defensible. Like, defensible. There's a possibility if you did so much fucking damage with that statement, they could still, like, get something, and maybe you should just give them some money if you fucked the guy's life up. But, like, on top of that, you have to prove damages. So if the women are talking amongst themselves, this is one of the biggest things. If they're talking amongst themselves about you, even if one of them is just like, he has HIV and he's spreading it, like, that's fucking real serious. You could more than likely sue, but most likely you wouldn't be able to get too much damages, because if you sue and then it becomes a big story, it's your fault for talking about it. You know, you can get, like, injunctions and shit, like, hey, fucking, like, literally stop saying that because it's not true. You're also gonna have to submit to a fucking HIV test, so the court knows that you don't have HIV. Do you know what I mean? Like, you open yourself up to also having to prove the negatable statement. Like, you have to be able to prove that it's not the case and that it's not opinion and shit. And also that they knew it was wrong and that they lied to do damage. It has to be intentional, right? They have to, like, it's so fucking hard to prove libel because it's so important to be able to share your fucking opinion and be wrong and not have to face a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. I'm telling you, the likelihood of someone getting sued on this app successfully, and it wasn't just like they got scared and settled or some shit, is like nil. It's so fucking unfeasible as to be, like, laughable. Now, that doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, law of large numbers, there could be like 1 or 2, but I'm talking, if you jump it up 100,000, 2 million people start using it, 5 million, and there's like 3 lawsuits. Those 3 lawsuits probably deserve to win, and it's not going to stop anybody else from using the app for what it's for, which is telling the truth about people. That's the thing. The app's not for lying. That's a defense in the thing. Your Honor, this app isn't for lying. It's for telling the truth about people. For the safety of the people involved. Using publicly available facts. In the case where this person lied, I guarantee you they would use this to win that case. She endangered not just my client's reputation, but also all of the other women who maybe have gotten, like, bad info or stopped trusting the info on this site. That's usually what you actually hear when that kind of stuff comes up, even if they hate the site. so fucking hard. First Amendment protections in America are dead ass. Now, if you live in a different country or something, I don't know, fucking talk to a barrister or whatever fucking wig-wearing ding-dongs you guys have for your laws. But here, bruh.
Things have been going well, blah, blah, blah. He just pretty secretive with his phone, but I f*** with it. I just want to know the tea. Bitch, you should have asked me. I would have just told you
I don't think I'm going to learn anything from this one either. This isn't a very informationally dense video.
Damn, black man started talking. He went, fuck no. Isn't this the second time that's happened? Someone tell me if I'm crazy or not. But like one of the last Vaush videos I watched, didn't he? Yeah. He turned out, it was the fucking fashion video where he was talking about the black guys were in the suits and shit. And the second they started talking, he was like, I can't learn anything from this. Am I crazy? Like, I mean, I'm not like really fishing for it. It's just nuts. I don't know. I didn't learn much from the white lady talking earlier, but he listened to the fucking news report forever. It was the same thing that was in that. It was the exact same thing that was in that article. Like, it was like the same information. That's why I skipped through it. But these guys are like giving their impressions on shit. He's like, I don't fucking know. I'm concerned about this app. I'm not going to let some wily black individual just start jibber jabbering about it. He might make me look poor. Look poorly. He really did. He did it like twice in a row. He's like, all right, I'm not going to learn much from this. Why'd you say that? Like, I don't know. It's just a bad look. It's like a bad look. This is an edited video. Like, you could have cut that out. If you didn't need it, do you know what I mean? Like, you could cut it out. There's other parts that are trimmed. I don't know. He was quiet or talking to chat. I've seen the jumps throughout it. So, like, I don't know. It's just odd. It's a weird thing. He's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. He's got a lot of things about him that are very strange. Very strange. Why is he clicking on all these black TikToks? He's cutting these guys off. He doesn't want to hear what they have to say. Earlier, he said, imagine a black woman. And if you were talking to me like you talked to that imaginary black woman, how bad you should be feeling. But when I heard a black guy talk, I said, skip. I did it twice. Why do you keep taking like it? These guys have something to say about what's going on. Nah, I'm not going to fucking... What the fuck? It's just a weird thing to do. If I do it, please tell me, because I wouldn't want to, like, accidentally come off like that dismissive, but he did it twice in a row in this video. Like, within the last minute. Like, that was the last night. Look, we're right here. It was just a minute ago.
On there. And me and him are like...
That's why I said that T-App is going to unlock something so treacherous that these women is not going to be able to bear.
What is that? We are the victims of blatant disrespect.
I don't know if I can learn anything from this video. The way the video is structured makes me feel like I'm not going to learn anything from it.
That was an intro medley of people giving opinions. Is that like, okay, if you've ever used the internet, right? They're starting it off with people talking. We're going to do it in this news section. Like, look.
It might be better sometimes just to walk away.
So we wanted to talk to the people that run this app. I reached out a couple of times in the last few days, and no one has.
That's how this news report would have started. Because they started up, what you got to understand is apps like this, they can be possibly libelous, but I don't know. Like the white guy, you don't know what the fuck, you don't know anything about First Amendment law, but that white guy started jibber jabbering. Let him continue. The clear medley of three black dudes in a row talking. I can tell from the way that this is structured. I'm not going to learn anything from it. It's nuts. When you just heard three black guys in a row give their opinion on it's clearly like they don't like it or like maybe it's not great for them. Like, I don't know, fuck them. Usually on TikTok, that leads into someone. So those are some of the opinions I am hearing from men in Dearborn, Michigan. If I would be shocked to find out that that's not the case. You know what I mean? That's the person who are like, these are just some of the opinions from these people in Dearborn, Michigan, where this, I'm pretty sure that was all Dearborn, right? Where this T app is causing all sorts of issues. Now, what the T app is, that's how you structure a basic video. How many fucking T videos have you seen? Drama videos, commentary videos. It starts, yeah. My Slot Mafia video starts like that. It's like fucking 3 clips of just Destiny talking, and then it goes into me explaining why the eye catchers worked. He just saw them and he done. That's weird.
responded and tried to.
And then, like, within a minute, we can hear the news is doing the same thing. They're playing people's reactions on TikTok, where the app is gaining a lot of notoriety and people are having conversations about it. It's folks on the street, color commentary, not in a racist way, and just like that's what you call it. It's the local color. Who are the fucking people on the street that are talking about the thing that's happening? And people start giving commentary on it, and in the news part, they buried it. They let the lawyer talk. Hey, everybody, this is Diane from Fox 2 News. I want you to know that this is the thing that's happening. But of course, it's not as popular amongst some people. And here's the people it's not popular about. And when they cut to it, he's immediately like, fuck this. Like, this is a weird... What the fuck?
TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
Oh shit, man, they got me on the T app.
Oh no, he switched to it.
Since March, things have been going well, blah blah blah. He just pretty secretive with his phone, but I just want to know the T. Bitch, you should have asked me. I would have just told you my.
I don't think I'm going to learn anything from this one either. This isn't a very informationally dense video. I don't know how to use TikTok. I think women are just better off without men. No, I don't.
Okay, it wasn't part of the newscast. My apologies. It wasn't. It just, he switched to it off of the newscast. I guess he got bored there too. But like, what the fuck? What is he going to learn stuff off of? If we're skipping off the newscast and the lawyer, we have the black people. They don't get to talk for a fucking second.
By that fake political lesbianism bullshit, okay? For one, the idea that men and women on average can live apart is ludicrous. The idea that, like, men crave women, but women can live without men is and always has been a delusional fantasy by second-wave feminists, okay? There are tons of women, literally billions of them on Earth, who are jonesing for a fella, okay? That's how I apologize for deferring to this.
I knew you watched my video on you.
But it is a biological reality. Really? Come on? No, I'm being serious. I think that's a crazy thing to say. And I also think it's sexist because it appeals to the antiquated notion of female purity. The idea that men are the disgusting animalistic sex, driven ones, and women are these like chaste virginal, well, they'll have sex if the...
Do I have to, is this the Vaush unironically thinks straight women don't like men? This is my point that he's repeating. He gave the opposite stance on this like 6 months ago. He watches my videos. I knew you watch my videos, you racist fuck. He's giving the opposite point. Oh my God.
Man wants to, but otherwise they're, it's antisocial. It's anti-feminist, in my opinion. I don't think it's very good. Wouldn't it be better to just like address gender relation issues as they are now rather than, pretending to do this like MGTOW, WGTOW thing, Men going their own way, women going their own way. It does poison the discourse quite a bit.
Viable these social media companies and these apps are. He did say, as this app gains popularity, he's probably going to be getting some phone calls. Reporting live, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
So either Vaush doesn't want to criticize a black heavy video or Vaush feels like he can't learn anything from black people. Don't race bait. Jesus Christ.
Bro, his own chat saw I thought I was crazy. His own chat saw it too. You paused that shit too quick. That was nuts, all right? Like, just because a black person is not, giving their Bryant Gumbel impression or whatever the fuck, does not mean that they don't have anything to say. If someone's talking a little fucking street, they might still have some points to make. From the way that this video is structured, I don't think I'll be finding out anything about it. 3 type 1 males in a row. Hold on now. Fuck me, man. Hold on, I want to see this. I want to see. I might be semi-done with this. Westside, Tyler, Vaush, straight women? Vaush unironically believes straight women aren't attracted to men. From a year ago. Okay. Don't try to overthink anything. When you're talking to an entire sub... Okay, hold on. How close is it? This actually might be crazy. Close that. This is just the intro of this. Hey, look, it's old Miss Fennec with the projector. Don't try to overthink anything. When you're talking to an entire subsection of the human experience that would rather be in the woods with a bear than a human being of the opposite gender, just think like, what would a bear do? The bear would just go. God, this is a horrible fucking intro. Also, I am clearly in pain. Let me see.
Whatever. I think you're confusing women not actually liking men and women having different tastes in men. Nope. A lot of straight women legitimately just don't seem to be that attracted to men. I think they just think of men as like, okay, there's literally a trope where fujoshis, straight women who are into shipping guys with guys, aren't actually attracted to real men, only fake men. So like that's an act.
That's a head ass take. What? Holy fuck! That was a good. This is a good one. What? Oh god, there's a lot of. I'll tell you what. Like, I'll just tell you right now. I have irrefutable proof. I'll just say that straight women are into guys, regardless of the guy's general disposition. It just takes a certain kind of guy. You know what? I'll just straight women are into dudes, hardcore. They're straight. That's their sexual disposition. They fucking like dudes. They might not like every guy they come across. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, women like dudes. A lot. Dude, I can hear the fucking pain in my voice. He's on that now. He's changed it up. I have to watch the whole thing. I can see myself. That's right after my fucking back went out. I can see how I can barely fucking think. God damn, that's so fucking
sad. Stories you do as it goes viral. I'm sure the folks with tea would want to spill the tea on the questions that you have, because the question I have is, what happens if someone posts a really scandalous picture on there? I would imagine this opens it up to all kinds of trouble. What could happen next?
Yeah, Roop, that falls into sort of the criminal territory. That attorney we spoke to, he said that absolutely would be a so-called red flag for criminal activity, and that's something you wouldn't seek an attorney for necessarily. You'd go right to the police for something like that.
Yeah, that would be revenge porn. But my issue isn't necessarily with that, because the law already covers that, right? That's already something that's accounted for in like in a criminal sense, you know? It's just, God, I don't know. Community run surveillance state. We already have versions of this in like the Nextdoor and neighbor apps and stuff, and it makes everyone paranoid freaks. What's the name of that one app that tells you every single time any crime is reported anywhere in the city that you live in? Citizen? That shit turns people into monsters, dude. Every 8 seconds, their phone blows up with a notification that somebody has engaged in petty larceny 28 miles away or something. It turns them into freaks. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. There was a Citizen notification that went locally viral about a piano falling on someone in Chicago. Well, that's cool though. I think that's good. I would want to know that. I'm fine with that. Okay, hold on. Is the T app more of a POC thing? We jump so easily into blaming white women for everything, but all of
well, you saw like fucking 4 black people getting ready to talk about it, and you said hell no.
Of the videos that I'm seeing both on TikTok and on YouTube talking about it, it's black content creators, you know? Like very disproportionately so. That's got to mean something, right? Now is race baiting? Dog, I'm just noticing. Haven't seen this one in a while. Is this an AI rendition of Big Red?
You know, this new T app where women have been super excited about all this information that they're now able to get from other women on men in their local area.
Okay, can I be honest with you guys? There's one thing.
He couldn't help it. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Bro, come on. Dude, even if you're a Vaush fan, you're a weirdo first off, but even if you're against me on this one, you have to say wait. 3 times? It's only 16 minutes and a half into one video. Buddy. Oh man.
That I dislike more than the idea of a woman using the T app, and it's a guy getting really performatively angry at women for using the T app. Some of you might say that implicates me, but I more mourn the ramifications on the broader like dating market and people's social trust. I'm not like angry at women, I guess. It's more like, you know, everything is Palantir now. Everything is Palantir now.
That they may be dating, in a relationship with, or married to. I think it might be starting to backfire. You have got to listen to what this woman has to say about the T app.
It's this app called the T app. So the app is supposed to be, or help women with safe dating. You post a guy you're talking to or interested in, and the girl's supposed to give like red flag, green flag, and kind of like talk about their experience.
For all the men that are so butthurt in my comments about the T app, just say you're not a great person. The men who have red flags and have a lot of negative comments, and you're commenting on my saying, oh, women just be lying. For that girl to even comment something negative about you, you must have done something negative to her. Or she just hates you for no reason. I don't know. I just don't believe that. I feel like there has to be something behind it, unless you rejected her and I don't know.
Oh, look, and this is what the T app actually looks like. This is the one out of New Orleans. Interesting.
Oh, dear, we're not. How the T app has gotten under your skin. No, I'm not on the app, but I've seen enough on TikTok to know what's being said about guys on there. And if it wasn't true, why are you guys so upset? I have seen so many videos of guys subtly threatening to ruin women's reputations just because of what's being said about you on the app. If it wasn't true, you wouldn't be this mad.
When I first got on the T app, I was shocked. And I was like, I gotta tell the girls. I have to tell the girls about this app because this app is going to save somebody. It's going to save somebody from getting their heart broken. And a lot of times you can't always believe what everybody say, but you can get on the app and compare what you know to what they say, and you be the judge.
The T app has taken it to another level. Not only are they paying women to post fake testimonials on TikTok.
Why did T app?
Someone said what happened in the male version of the app was shut in less than 24 hours for revenge porn. Not even remotely surprised by that.
This exposed that my whiskey. What should I say? Y'all.
Baby, the T app is tearing through the male community like crack in the egg. And on the T app, there's like a process that you have to go through to get verified so that they know, that you're a girl. And also on the T app.
She said the T app is like the crack epidemic for fucking womanizers. Why did she take it that far? The fuck?
You can't screenshot people. And it's so funny that the guys think that it's all like us yapping about bad experiences, but sometimes they be like, girl, you gotta try that. You need that. You need that.
Y'all are telling other women they need to go try out a man's wangama thing, essentially is what you're saying.
Media and stuff talking about how they got posted on there. Very telling.
I went on there and I mean,
Oh,
I
now
get like
Vaush is
50
sold.
to 100 alerts a day about guys in Dearborn.
He flipped.
Like, are you guys
Flipped
okay?
him.
I have friends that was posting.
Wait, alerts about what? I'm sorry. You guys think I might be like staying on this for too long, but one of the big things that I've noticed, right? It's kind of like the Epstein thing with Trump. It's that the least political thing is politics, and the most political thing is everything that you do, like in between looking at the news, right? This stuff affects people so much. These like demographic interactions, this gender relation bullshit, right? Is way more of an impact on what people's political predilections and biases are than like the arguments and priors you're given, or I guess like the specific positions you have on things like abortion or whatever. Like we tend to demark people's progressivism by issues like, well, do you believe in feminism? Do you believe in abortion? Do you believe in women's right to vote or whatever? And I think in reality, often stuff like that's guided more by like vibe checks over stuff like this. It's very odd. He's not really saying anything.
And the thing about it is, it's like
You are, they don't like what you did with your friend, with their friend, or whatever. I know, sister. Of the lies, the BS, what this woman was doing, how she was screwing this guy. She screwed me last night. She was screwing this other guy 2 nights ago. They're going to put that out, and that is going to destroy these women.
men are a bit more messier because in society it's okay anyway. You know what I'm saying? So correct me if I'm wrong, but also, as I feel like especially in that community, if someone knows that you're known for something, everybody's going to sprinkle on a little bit of a lie to make the rumor a little bit more juicy to the next motherfucker. So it's just like you have to be careful. Anybody who thinks this is a good thing is short-sighted. Like, yeah, it's a good thing for the moment. Yeah, it might feel good to release whatever pent-up stress you have against whoever. But at the end of the day, guys are getting in the app, and I literally seen a post saying, add this Instagram if you want to start exposing women. We're going to start exposing women, so add this Instagram.
Y'all hear that? It's coming. Y'all jokers, see what y'all did.
All right, well, this guy, yeah, I don't know. It's all gender war shit, man. I can't imagine.
This guy fucking hates women. This dude, do you see this? My man's eyes like darting around while they're talking about this stuff is fucking awesome.
Add this Instagram if you want to start exposing women. We're going to start exposing women to have a gay. Like, yeah, it's just a bit me if I'm wrong, but also, as I feel like especially in that community, if someone knows that you're known for something, everybody's going to sprinkle on a little bit of
Shifty Bill.
Hear that guy being hacked. That is. It's just a back and forth. It solves nothing.
Also, this is the same thing he was basically saying at the start of the episode. So Vaush confronted with a guy that's saying the same shit that he was saying is going like, maybe it took a black guy saying it for Vaush to realize it was wrong.
Does nothing. But I might be getting a biased selection because the channel's called Black Guru, so it's possible this is like MGTOW gender relation stuff anyway. Yeah, that seems to be that seems like the theme of the channel, I guess. I don't know. Grim stuff.
Damn it.
Do men and women even like each other? I think the internet...
The one black guy he let talk the whole way through. He really listened to. He's like, damn it. I'm a misogynist. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that your like selection of black dudes went misogynist. I don't know why that. I would have gotten, I guarantee you, if I flipped through the TikTok, the first black dude would be 3 people, would be Christian Devane, I think his name is. He's the guy that always used to wear the hat. I think maybe he still does. Or I can't ever remember what his name is. He always talks like this, and then the thing goes up. He does like gross skits sometimes. I don't know. Did you flush? Weird fucking guy, but like he always raises the camera up like that. Like it was him, and then who the fuck else would actually even be talking about this? I don't know. Those two guys. I think what's his name got kicked the fuck off. Or the cosplay dude, that Ebony Warrior cosplay. I can't remember what the fuck his name was. Ebony something or other. You're right, Tyler, you dickhead. I feel like all those guys that I typically follow on TikTok, and if I would just stumble on them because I've watched their stuff, would always be like, yeah, this is probably pretty cool. Not for me, but I can understand the issues here. Like Vaush is like, oh, let's go to the black community, and it's just like, how did you find only black misogynists? You do that on purpose. Maybe you should have listened to one of them all the way through. My man's like, I'm gonna listen to a hyper selected core of guys that are listening to an even more hyper selected core of women just to get a nice unbiased opinion of this app. Oh, it seems like this is actually very people of color coded. Yeah, I think I've probably heard all I need to hear.
Is making them like each other less, at least in the West. Not the same in Eastern Europe. Well, Eastern Europe can be the West. You know, I'm not judging. You can be Eastern in the West. Zizek clip that speaks to this issue. There's always a Zizek clip, isn't there?
Love. Love in the good old-fashioned sense, which is today more and more rare. Love as an encounter. This is why in English and also in some other languages, not all, like French, you use the term fall. We fall in love. This is the eventual dimension. In what sense? Let's say you live a happy life.
The fuck did the French say?
You are lucky, you have a job, you meet regularly with friends, you are not in love, but you just make one night stand.
Then we should make one that's trans-inclusive. The idea isn't bad and could help trans women avoid getting ended early too. Okay, let me be constructive here, okay? Like, leaving aside the criticisms that have issued of the app, the fact that it fosters distrust, which I think makes the problems worse, right? Because like distrust between men and women, the idea that it's not possible to just freely fall in love or interact, everything has to be sheltered and guarded. I think that's very, very dangerous, right? I think if you want to be safe, the best thing you can do is cultivate strong community relationships and follow good safety guidelines when dating people. Have your first dates in a public place, you know?
Use an app where other people that live around you can talk about the men that live around you, and they can tell you if the guy's weird or not. That's organizing. That is mutual support. Women who have an intersectional status, especially minority women who are under a number of intersections and get particularly less served by even domestic violence courts and domestic violence investigations, have taken it upon themselves to organize grassroots communities on apps to discuss the men in their area, to say which ones are good and bad mates. That is exactly what you're fucking talking about. But you don't like it because suspicious non-reasons. Me, man.
Learn to recognize red flags in people if they come across as overly dependent, or if it looks like they're cloying or insecure in a way that could be like you know, like dangerous or like a real personality flaw. Everyone's a little insecure sometimes. Yeah, let a friend know when you're going on a first date. No, I mean this. I feel like, look, everyone, you people, you watch your goddamn YouTube video essays. You know how a nuclear reactor works. You know how a Concorde flies. You don't know how to have a first date. Tell your friends if you're going on a date. Talk with your friends. Develop relations with people. If you're concerned about STIs, then before you f somebody, make sure you get a recently dated STI check from them. If they care enough to date you, they'll care enough to get the damn test.
Well, I thought we were fucking worrying about Palantir. Now you're telling someone, before I go on a date with you, you better be. You gotta have a fucking. You gotta get your fucking smear done. You gotta go get a fucking. I need a blood analysis before we go on a date together. That's actually more crazy. You know, because you're like, I don't know if we're gonna have sex. You could just say we're not gonna have sex on the first date. First off, you cannot be a gooner and just be like, yeah, I think to avoid STDs, I'm going to go on a date and tell the person I don't want to have sex on the first date. And if I do have sex with you, I want it to be extremely safe. And I would appreciate someone who would get an STD check. You know what would help you know if the kind of person that you were getting ready to date is down with that, like safe sex and being accommodating to the sexual limitations and barriers and boundaries set up by their partner. An app where other women and maybe even men who know that individual can talk about whether or not they would be accommodating to that sort of thing, so that you can be forewarned about whether or not, once you go to some random place, even if it's a public, everybody goes on dates to public places. If you're going to go on a date to a public place and the guy's going to go, damn, I'm going to fucking hit you in the face with a plate of spaghetti now because you asked if I have AIDS. You know what I mean? Or asked if I have an STD at all. Or said you weren't going to have sex with me. Really, honestly, that's probably about all we need. Oh, I just started petting my shoe. I thought it was my rabbit. That's not him. He's over there. He's describing all of the good use cases for this thing while pretending that things that people already do are sufficient when the people are engaging with this thing because it's the things that have already been done are insufficient. Like, people go and meet up in public, and then when you leave the public place, the guy just follows you from a distance and kills you in a parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, you just get involved with somebody for 2 or 3 months, and because you don't know anyone else that knows them, you don't know that they're like actually like really bad abusers, and they'll like Darvo your shit, and if you're not prepared, they'll gaslight you into like 5 years of hell. Like, that's what people are getting forewarned about. It's really not that big of an issue either.
You know, you take the project of dating seriously, in the sense that you have to invest a part of yourself into it. And yeah, and a condom, of course, but I mean, like, it's good to be, you know, extra careful, right? But you have to build community, and that is real safety. Much in the same way that you can put as much neighborhood watch signs in the world as you want up, you can have as many cops guarding your neighborhood as you want, right? But at the end of the day, safety, real safety in your neighborhood, like crime-related safety, is about trust. It's about equality, because income and social inequality increases crime, right? It's about mutual environmental investment, right? Everyone feels like they belong to the community. Therefore, everyone cares about its long-term health, you know? Yeah, you know your neighbors, you know the store owners and the employees. People know each other. They talk, you know? This is the best way to stay safe. This is the best way to stay safe. I mean it. And I think people should stay safe because...
What if you go out of your neighborhood to meet somebody? Are we walkable neighborhoods washing domestic violence? Like, it is a lot deeper than the immediate violence of a first date too. Like, I think I've said that a number of times, but this is a weird... The problem is did he watch the last episode of Atlanta and not understand the sushi restaurant moment? Like, you cannot require trust from somebody and be trustworthy. Do you understand that? If you say, I'm upset, or this isn't going to work if you don't trust me to somebody, and there's no... Oh, God. Okay. Buck, it's dark. Come here. It's okay. God, bud, it's all right. It's all right. Come here. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. My dog is fucking... My wife is just talking to my neighbor, and he's losing his fucking... Buck, go to sleep. You did it. You did it. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. They're so proud of you. They think that you're the best. You're the best at being a guard dog. You did so good. You just hang out here. I'm going to give you some pets, okay? Darvo's not real. You're insane. Yeah. Fuck was I talking about? This app is specifically for people that you don't know. Yeah. Vaush is serious about it. I know. Like, Vaush is actually, I think, trying to walkable neighborhoods. And yeah, somebody said it's for people you don't know. Bug, chill. Just stay here. I love you.
Dating often can be scary, right? Especially if you're a lady dating guys, because of the social difference and the strength difference on average. And then when I say that, you know, some people are like, well, some women are stronger than some men, to which I have to say, live in the real world. Come on, you know perfectly well most aren't, right? Yeah, exactly. That's a good one, right? Don't outsource regular social behavior to technology. You know, at the end of the day, you have to be able to engage in these practices and talk to your friends about it. You know, and you know what else compromises people's safety? And this is a big risk with people who get like groomed or separated from their friends. People are so lonely and desperate for companionship because the world's getting lonelier than it ever has, basically, that as soon as people fall in love, they drop everything else. and they just run off. You know what I mean? They fall in love, they feel some affection, and they're very susceptible to flattery. So as soon as they feel that, they're like, you know what? Yeah, I will cut off my friends. I will run off, you know? And I think that everyone, to some extent, is vulnerable to the stupidity that affection can inflict on you. And I think that's very human, you know? But I also think what's human is, like, you know, as friends, as a community, you have to lock hands or arms, which I can't do quite as easily with the microphone in the way, you know, when you block at the elbows. And you have to try to keep everyone around you safe. And I do not think this Palantir doxing app is going to fix that. I don't think it's going to solve this fundamental problem. Ape together strong. Exactly. Neighborhood barbecue solved a lot of problems. That's true. Because before you go to the barbecue, right, all your neighbors, their homes are just these impermeable, opaque bricks. You don't know who's in them, what's in them. Is it a crazy guy with guns? You have no idea.
You still don't know after you go to a cookout. No one goes to the cookout, and then you see everything that happened. Jeffrey Dahmer talked to his neighbors. None of his neighbors knew what was exactly causing the smell in Jeffrey Dahmer's house. Jeffrey Dahmer had friends who called him Jeff, who were like, damn, Jeff got arrested. Like, his methamphetamine dealer knew him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know because you're not in a relationship. Going to a cookout is a surface level way of introducing yourself. This is not community organizing. Understand that. This isn't, it's to cause an effect. And anyone that doesn't go to the cookout, you're not going to know about. If you could go to the cookout and meet someone at the cookout, you don't need the app because you met someone at the cookout. Maybe you should still use it. But if you don't like anyone there and you want to go somewhere else outside of your immediate community, you can't know everybody. Which is why we have records of people. It's why we have criminal records. Your strong aversion to this is antithetical to everything you're saying right now, Vaush. Everything you're saying. You are rubber banding back and forth between basically saying, well, actually, I don't even know if it's completely mutually exclusive because your one thing is we should trust each other. Like, trust based on nothing isn't trust. It's obeisance. Like, it's just like, no, I'm cool with it. That's ignorance. I'm going to be ignorant of another person's existence. I just have to believe you. This abuser shit. Just cause if we don't trust each other, what do we have? Like, what we already do have, motherfucker. What are you talking about? I don't know you.
Everyone goes to the barbecue. Everyone goes to the function. Everyone's human now. Now, if you have a problem, you can run over. You can ask a neighbor for help. I'm just that community trust. It makes a big difference. That's all. I don't know, man. You see countries where things have gone in the opposite direction. Korea being like the prime example right now. And it's like really scary. You read about what gender relations are like in Korea, where like the women defensively are all doing women going their own way shit. And the men are in many cases like openly hateful and antagonistic, you know? And it seems like the distance between both of these groups cements and reaffirms the perceived validity.
No, so the men are transgressing and the women are defending themselves. The existence of hostility does not mean the existence of the negative attribute that caused the hostility. Buddy, you're good at you did it. It's over. They're just, it's a friend. It's a friend. You did so good. Thank you. Could you go to sleep? If I gave you a treat, would you calm down? What if I give you this little biscuit? Right? Hey, look, this. Ready? Go sleep. Go sleep. Good boy. There you go. God damn, dude. He is losing his fucking mind. I'm trying to finish this segment up. I'm getting murdered here. Okay. Fuck, what the fuck was I even saying? Faith, right? Blind faith. Yes. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, the problem with Korea is that women were being violated. And in return, they were basically cutting men out of their life because like if you don't fucking fix your behaviors and your weird way of behaving here specifically, fuck you, we're not going to be around you. That's how I understand it from a distance. I think that's normal. This is Vaush's thing, is that Vaush believes that if you are opposed to somebody after they've wronged you, that you are somehow now an equivalent actor in the ongoing conflict. If you strike back, then you're no better than the person that two wrongs don't make a right. Just because somebody raped you, you think you can start walking around with a gun ready to murder anyone who tries to rape you again? Like, looks like someone wants to be a killer. Like, that's like what it sounds like. Do you know what I mean? And that's weird. That's very strange. Because what we're doing is saying that like we should have this like ideological, like there's this fantasy idea of social interaction and social discourse around these subjects, but there is no concrete things. It's just what you ought to do. You should go to a cookout. First off, there has to be a cookout. So also you're off the hook if no cookout happens. There has to be a cookout. There has to be a neighborhood where you know everybody. Like Mr. Rogers' neighborhood has to literally exist, and then you have to live in it before you can feel safe. Whereas these women already live in neighborhoods. They live in houses and apartments. They have their cars and their jobs and their occupations. They exist in the real world. They are non-hypothetical items. Buck, don't eat the rabbit food. What are you doing? That's his. You can't have the rabbit's food. Demon. Bug. That is his. Stop eating his kibble. It's not even good for you. It's just grass. And so, like, the Vaush did this with the land back stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, so if an ethnicity comes in and attacks someone, do you think that it's okay to attack them based on their ethnicity? It's like, well, they started being racist and did things racistly. So those are the lines that have been drawn. So if, like, women start acting in a way that is anti-man, because of the things that men were doing, because women are women, then yes, that is an equal and opposite reaction. What you're getting upset about is literally physics. It is the equal and opposite reaction to an action. Do you know what I mean? But you're blaming, and this is going to sound crazy, the victims for taking a stance. Right? And putting themselves in a position where they can regain power and they might become the bad guy in someone else's story. You're saying that they need to basically be victimized and hope for a better world because you don't want the possibility to arise where they victimize their victimizer at all. Like, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's very weird. That's a weird standpoint. That is a pro-rape, pro-abuse standpoint. That's not like, I'm not fucking around. That's like heart of rape culture shit. It's victim blaming. I don't know how to hammer that home. It's like saying like, oh, so what? You heard about men doing all these things that men do, and now you just want to be cautious around. You want to treat all men like they might potentially be an animal. Wait, what's wrong with you? Like, I think what's wrong with them is the reasonable fear of being assaulted. What's wrong with you? Why are you concerned about women seeing you as a potential threat? I'm 6'4", I'm a big dude. Women see me as a potential threat all the time. I don't take elevators with people. I skip out on getting on an elevator with a person if it's going to be like into like a parking garage because it's like, yeah, go ahead. I've seen women breathe a sigh of relief because I didn't get on an elevator with them because what am I going to smile and grin and whistle the whole time? Hey, and make you feel better? No, I'm just like, okay, yeah. I don't think that this small lady wants to be in an elevator with a guy my size in a dark subterranean area alone. I respect that. I'll take the stairs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine because I'm not going to do anything. And I understand the threat that they exist in, so it's okay. Like, you know, when you were out there, I was kind of afraid of you. Okay, I don't take that personally. I get it. I've been afraid of people. That shit sucks. I'm not going to hurt you, and I wouldn't want you to think I would. So I'm not going to do anything to put myself in a position where you could feel like I'm gonna. Do you know what I mean? And I know that the immediate Vaush reaction to this statement is going to be like, well, what if you were a black guy? And don't go there because that's not for you to go to. Okay? Weird thing to think, weird thing to say. I'm preempting a comment. And the thing is like, people already know that people are like nervous about. And that's not the conversation we're having. It's just like, give people their space. Women are living in a shit time. Now if you get sexually assaulted and you get impregnated, you can't fucking abort unless you flee to Canada. Do you know what I mean? Or another country, because you go to jail. Like, it's a high risk environment for women to have sex at all with consenting partners, much less have all this other shit and be like roped into some sort of shitty relationship with some guy who's gonna take advantage of their already disadvantageous position in order to harm them. I keep saying the same thing over from different directions just to really kind of hammer home the fucking point that like you're coming out in favor of abuse and in favor of making people feel more uncomfortable because of the possibility, the raw, meager possibility that someone could make you feel a fraction as uncomfortable as they feel naturally, right? Which means you're not willing to share the burden. First off, you don't see women as workers and equals. If you understand the struggle that they're going through, it's like, okay, well, I can make their life a little bit easier by taking this on myself. I'm a man, all right? Like, I'll hold it. What do I have to do to make women feel better? They're going to have an app that you can ignore completely. That helps them prevent themselves from being harmed. Okay. That's all I have to do is I have to just not be involved in their shit. Yeah. You can just ignore all of it. And if you just behave like a normal person, you probably won't end up on it. So I can just do nothing but act like a normal person and I'll be fine. I basically just do what I'm already doing. Yeah. But now you've just been cursed with the knowledge of it existing. It doesn't feel like that much of a curse. Well, some guys consider its knowledge of it to be a curse. They live in fear of this app. Why? Well, I think that answers itself. God damn.
Of that dynamic. One in which, by the way, I think that based on the evidence, the men are overwhelmingly the aggressors. But I'm interested not in allocating blame to genders. I'm interested in solving the problem. Not that I could solve it myself, but like talking about how the problem could be solved. Yeah, it's good to know the people you live around. 100%. It's very good. It's pro-social. As someone who was this way till you helped in all this, I fully agree. Being more social in college has helped me feel happier. I even got a partner that I'm going to help become more social too. So thanks so much, King. That's wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. The more, I guess, I've gotten older and happier, more so.
What's the app? It's called T. The T app. Just TEA. Apparently, all the breach issues have apparently been fixed as well, and they only affected users that joined before February because of a database issue. So,
socially competent, the more I've thought about what I want and what I used to be worse about in terms of interacting with other people, the more I've thought about blaming in the context of a gender relation is meaningless, because even in situations where the men are the antagonists, the primary aggressors, the primary, perpetrators, I guess, they're suffering too. That's not to exonerate. It's just a factual description of the situation. This modern internet chauvinism, this like hate dynamic that's fostering, this does not make men happy. This is not one in which like the women suffer and the men benefit. It's one in which everyone suffers. So I think you can talk about relative responsibility or what tendencies are more common in which directions, but nobody's winning here, right? Nobody's winning. The desire to love without risk has permeated everything.
I think all the women like I've seen like a series of issues. He did not do a very good job of looking into the situation, because we already saw women saying like, yeah, I avoided issues. Actually, I guess black women were talking, and as a professional black woman himself, he probably didn't need to hear exactly what they had to say. But there was one woman who's like, yeah, people save themselves from heartbreak because of things that they found out, because like who this person is, right? So they could avoid them. Like they're women are winning from this. This is a net and even possibly gross benefit to women. It seems no downsides. Killer Queen has no weakness. Like what the fuck are you talking about? This does not hurt everybody at all, remotely. It doesn't even hurt men, statistically speaking, at all. I think that you're hopefully the statistical anomaly of men who are like trying to get away with it, and then you get caught and it fucks you up. Okay, I don't care about you. You can fucking die. Like, you're a misogynist, fucking piece of shit womanizer. You knew what was coming, Dennis Reynolds. You always knew what was coming. You know what I mean? And then like the women are just doing fine. They're good. The worst thing that happened was the leak, and it only affected 10, 20,000-ish items. I don't even know how many people from the self ID. And like they were already, who knows what they might, there might be some of them like, oh shit, my shit got leaked, but I did possibly avoid getting beat. You know what I mean? Like getting hit. Maybe just getting weirded out. We don't even have to take it all the way to the highest level of risk, although that is part of what is getting addressed here because the cops don't do anything about it because the cops are in on it. You know what I mean? It's just, how about just being awkward? Like, what should I, like, I'm thinking about going to this guy. Like, don't, no. Why? Like, he wants to sit at the table the whole time and, like, pray. And really, he's just, like, recruiting people to his MLM. Like, what? Like, yeah, he's an MLM recruiter. It's not a real date. Like, he just wants you to sit there with him and pray to this god that he made up that looks like him. It's like an AI image. He keeps in his wallet. And he wants you to buy some products. He's really pushy. And you're like, is that real? Like, yeah, there's guys that fucking juice women and try to get them involved in like MLMs and stuff on dates. And like that guy can get avoided. You know what I mean? Like it's all around better. It's more information for people who need the information to live. Literally and figuratively. I think it's fine.
I agree, funny rhetorician. Yeah, 100%. No one wants to take risks. No one wants to like front their emotions. People are very cowardly in that respect. Everyone, not just other people. I think that to an extent, maybe if I had been born 50 years ago and was the same in every other respect, I might be more willing to be straightforward in those ways. I think that the modern society, maybe it's because of shit like the panopticon, right? Those glasses that are recording, you know, stuff like that. Everyone's just worried about being vulnerable, you know? Insane standards of masculinity aren't helping. Yeah, I think I will say, and it's I don't want to sort of belabor the point, but I will say I still have no solution to the short men question. Short men are treated so badly by everyone, and it's like in a way that is so difficult to compensate for, and not by everyone, like literally all people, but by both men and women on average. And I don't really know.
My brother-in-law is shorter than my sister, and they have 2 kids together. Get dunked on. Just be fucking less self-conscious, okay? That's it. He's just the coolest guy. My brother-in-law is fucking awesome. He's shorter than my sister, especially if she's like wearing heels. And he's shorter than everyone in my family because everyone in my family is like 6 foot plus and a bit. My little brother is 6'7", I think, 6'6". Fucking huge, right? My mom's super tall. I got a short king for a fucking in-law. We tease him about it. We love him. We do anything for that guy. He's fucking based. It's just get over it. It's okay. Everybody makes fun of everybody for everything. Just get over it. Stop being fucking having short man syndrome. Just cut it out. What about my self-confidence? Stop. Just start doing pull-ups and shit. Climb things. Everybody likes a guy that can climb things. It's fucking cool. Be happy that you can have a higher amount of like tall women to date. It's like, you know, if you were my height, you know how fucked you'd be if you wanted to date tall ladies? You got to go to like Olympic level athletes to find women that are over 6'4". If you wanted to date like a woman that's taller than you. Fucking short kings have it fucking made. You can date all the tall ladies, right? Yeah, you can actually look people's eyes. Being tall is like cool to guys. That's it, man. If girls want to date tall guys, they want to date tall guys. Finding girls that don't. That's it. Stop trying to fucking date people that aren't into you, okay? Trust me. Someone's out there. Just get out of it. This is what to do about the short guy question. If you're talking about male lack of self-confidence, here's what it is. Stop being a bitch, dude. That's all. That's all you have to do. Everybody's got confidence issues. You can say that because you're butt. I can say it because I'm confident. That's it. Just cut it out. Stop being a bitch. You're done. I forbid you from being a fucking pussy anymore. Just get over it. That's it. That's all it takes. There you go. I solved it for you. Get a fucking hobby. Be useful. Women like tall guys when you have no personality, okay? If there's nothing about you, then yeah. Like when guys say, what are you into in a girl? If you don't get the personality aspect of it, you start naming off like, I don't know, physical attributes of what she might be shaped like before I find out what's inside the container. You describe the container. Once you have something more important to you about you than your fucking height, that becomes the most interesting thing about you. Funny. That is fucking more valuable than anything. Women don't give a fuck about looks anywhere near as much as funny kills. All the women that like me in my life liked me because I was funny. That's it. Tall was like, okay, I don't care. I do like that you're tall, but funny is it. I can make a girl laugh. You're fucking in. You can be self-effacing, but not weird and like down and shit all the time. They like that. Women like guys with fucking personalities and skills. If you're trying to date some superficial fucking like gym thought with a BBL who's like, I'm like trying to genetically fucking eugenics a super baby, and I don't think that short is involved in that, then you're set up for failure. You did the wrong quest line for your, build type. But like every other chick, they don't give a fuck. They don't fucking care. They really don't. The ones that do usually suck. You know what I mean? They're hyper fixated. He's got to be tall. Is that what the whole thing? He's got to be tall, have a bank account. Needs to be a CEO. Like, are you talking about vapid 20-year-olds? Are you worried that the Instagram girls whose entire thing is rage baiting people into joining their OnlyFans to call them whores pay for the privilege of giving a girl a $40 whore ticket? You know what I mean? To like that. Let me in your DMs. You send me 2 pictures of your feet, you dirty whore. Yeah, I bet your dad is disappointed in you. And here's $150. Rate my dick. You're like, oh damn, I feel like those girls and the things that they say are really not getting to me. Like, yeah, you're gonna be fucking sad as fuck all the time because you have taken the path of misery onto your heart. Like, there's no escaping from it at all. You're gonna die sad and alone probably because you've decided that unhappiness is the only thing that you want in life. But like, if you're just like, I'm a 5'4" guy, one thing you can do is move to a fucking Latino country because everybody's shorter there. If you're like hanging around fucking Euro trash like me all the time, we're just taller because we eat a bunch of fucking dairy all the damn time and get big. Just go fucking start hanging around Latinos. Like, a lot of them are fucking shorter. If you're really fucking like, and they're Mac daddies, dude. Dude, go to a fucking salsa night. You learn to dance salsa and go to a fucking like, buy yourself some fucking jeans and some pointy toe fucking gator skins and a fucking hat. All right. And then just drive around on a Saturday night until all the signs are in Spanish and find a place that's like, everybody in there is going to be like mad short. It's not like, that's not a racist thing. They're just shorter people. I don't know why. And like, those dudes are like 5'6" to 5'9", murdering it. Fucking walking around them little hoop. Do a spin move. Like, what the fuck? Those guys are fucking killing it. They don't give a shit. Go join a fucking roofing crew. Get in shape. Stop trying to tell yourself that you need to be tall. Tell yourself that you need to find someone that needs you, all right? And be the kind of person that needs to be needed, or that someone is needed. That's it. Go hang around shorter people. If you're fucking fucked up about being around tall people, hang out with shorter people. There's so many people that are fucking short. Way shorter than me, right? I'm hyper aware of it because when I'm not around tall people, I feel like a fucking ding-dong swinging like it's actually awkward. So I know where the average height of people is because I see their fucking top of their heads. God damn. Tyler had the leg lengthening surgery at 15. Oh man. President Sunday found someone and he sucks. This is true. That's racially insensitive to my people, the shorts. I feel like you're too tall to be lecturing people a foot shorter than you. No, I'm not. Shaq would say the same fucking thing to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm 6'4". There's guys that are 7'4", and it's fucking awkward for them. Do you know what, like I can lecture anybody I fucking want because I'm right. That's the cool thing about it, is it's not a no true Scotsman. It's just I'm fucking correct. Not everybody is above 6 foot, and culturally, not everyone gives a shit about you being 6'4". There's a lot of people out there who like their entire fucking diaspora. They're all shorter people. I got a friend who was short. He just moved to Asia, and he's the same height as a lot of the people that are there. It's like, I don't know if you want to call that insensitive or something, but he's just very fucking comfortable. I see pictures of him and he's like around everyone's the same fucking height as him. When he was around us in Ohio, because there's a bunch of fucking overly tall, built for the cold German fucks dawdling about with our fucking heart conditions, he looked short as fuck. Now he's just like everybody else's height. He's happy as fuck. I don't know how to say that in a nicer way, but you could just go be around shorter people too. If it's killing you, and you're losing your fucking mind, leave. There's other places to be. You can look up national average heights, learn the language there, and go there. Find a way to move to that place, and then just be around shorter people, or find people that are into shorter people. Like, if you just start thinking of ways to solve your problem that aren't hyperfixating on it and then being sad because you can't change your height without fucking making your leg bones into Kyle Broflovsky playing basketball as a synthetic black person with his knees are balls. You know, the dolphinization surgery.
Because it seems like there's no way out through that, right? I mean, they're not like impossible, but in the immediate moment, it seems like it's very difficult. The way out is to stop trying so hard to be masculine. Yeah, but that doesn't really work in practice, right? Like, keep in mind that the desire for a cisgender person to affect their gendered behavior is not necessarily any weaker than the desire for a trans person to do so. You know, if a trans woman says like, well, I want to look like this, or I want to present this way, it's like, okay, but if there's a short guy and they're like, dude, I am not happy being short, you're dealing fundamentally with the same issue, the incongruity between their presentation and the way they visualize themselves, the way they would like to visualize themselves. It's a difficult issue.
I don't know if I would equate I mean, gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia are two different things. They can be connected. If you're talking about body dysmorphia is different. I'm not gonna get into that one. That's a fucking. That's
I just
too
don't want
much.
to talk down to anyone feeling that way. What about the way small dick guys are treated? I think to an extent likewise, yeah. I think that we have a very rigid understanding of what it means to like succeed in your presentation as a guy, and I think that there's been a lot more variety with women, right? In some respects, maybe in time, like that'll spread a little more because it's just deeply unfair, right?
Yeah, I say that's a bad video from Vaush. I don't know if I'm gonna keep all of that in there. God, what the hell happened to my fucking chin? Did I get I developed like a fucking acne bit while I was talking here. Fucking long ass stream, right? Yeah, I would say bad video from old Vaush. Very creepy, very fucking strange. Did I get everybody's chats that were doing supers? I feel like I got them all. I was born in the wrong height is crazy, especially because if you were raised by your own parents, you know exactly how tall you're probably gonna be. No one. It's not a surprise. I clicked the wrong thing and accidentally went to the comments section of the main channel, and the first thing that said is somebody's a former basement pisser watcher here. Hey, yo, Mr. Horsepetal, why are you sweating? Yes. Anyone remember Mantis? I don't know what that. No. Sweet treat for Kusubake. Thank you for the 10 pounds sterling. And Arahi, thank you for the 20 euros. I discovered your channel by desperately combing the internet to find someone who wasn't glazing Innuendo Studios for not paying his taxes. Cheers from Italy. Oh yeah, I did read that. Paste. You guys need to hit like on those. I know I have my stream doesn't get the likes and stuff. I know everybody listens audibly. I have the most because I tell everyone just watch. Other places people are hyper fixated. I'm watching this stream. All the super chats get liked like crazy. Mine, people are there was a super chat. I didn't hear the Gorpo go off. To Tyler? No, Tyler didn't either. Okay, then who cares? Yo, monsters, I tell you. Animals and demons. This is a good stream. Very long. Gonna take fucking forever to chop it up. But yeah, man. I gotta say, bad video. Bad video. Bunch of fucking Vaush vids gonna have to get dropped in the same week. Oh, are you obsessed? I looked through your back catalog. This is my favorite one. I looked through your back catalog. It seems that the last 3 videos of yours all were about Vaush. Obsessed much?
Hope you enjoyed your time on the Westside.